My name is John Laney, and I teach emotional and relationship intelligence courses, and this is a short video on the 3 great games of life. You know, if you could take all of the commotion and all of the noise and all of our interests and activities in life and boil them down to 3 main areas of concern, 3 main areas of focus, you would have the 3 great games of life. So, what is the first great game of life? Well, it's kind of obvious. We all know it in various ways. Songs are written about it, and soap operas made up, and a lot of our thinking and a lot of our emotional energy is focused on it. So the first great game of life could be called the great game of relationship. Pretty key, pretty central, and as you will hopefully readily see, it is hardwired into us to be social creatures. You know, we must play the great game of relationship. You don't really have any choice. You, I, we all want and need a significant other in our lives. I mean, one of the tasks of life is to find a significant other, to keep a significant other, to have at least one person in our life who is a lover, a mate, a partner, and who understands us in a way that you don't have with other people. Beyond a significant other, you know, we all want to have a circle of friends, we want to have a sense of family, and if things are going well, we want an expanding sphere of influence. So the great game of relationship is hardwired in. We are social creatures. You don't really have a lot of choice. Now, you don't have to be social. You can be an island unto yourself. You can try and be a rock. But, you know, it's just a great game. Relationship is a great game. You don't have to win at it, but you will want to. I mean, you can stay at home in your living room and not connect with anyone else, but you won't be very happy. And the substitutes that you come up for or come up with about relationship will not be that nurturing or satisfying long term. We all must play the great game of relationship, and it is generally better to win than to lose. It feels better. We feel better. Now, the second great game of adulthood is fairly obvious, and this is the great game of money. You know, life doesn't care whether you live under a bridge or live in a mansion. That's up to you. But money is something that we must pay attention to as adults. It is something that is key and central to our well-being and our freedom, or lack thereof. So again, you've just got to play it. Whether you're thinking you're above money or that money is the only thing that's important, neither of those are true, but you know, you've got to play the great game. You've got to have food, you've got to have clothing, shelter, entertainment, a way to get around, and it will determine to some extent how much freedom you have to play the third great game of life. But again, money isn't good, it isn't bad, it is a means of survival in our society, and you've got to pay some attention to it. And again, it's better to have more money than you spend rather than not have enough. Alright, and the third great game of adulthood could be called the great game of significance. Now this is a game that doesn't get talked about much, and a lot of people don't understand it. You can be winning at the great game of money, you can be winning at the great game of relationship, but if you are not winning at the great game of significance, your life will feel more and more empty and more meaningless and unfulfilling. So the great game of significance is, again, it's hardwired into us. We want to have our lives have some meaning. So what gives your life a sense of meaning? How will you look good to yourself and others? This is something that we all have to deal with. We don't, just want to feel good about ourselves. We want others to look upon us favorably. We want others to think that our life is on a good track, making a difference, whatever. So we've all got to deal with this as adults. How will you instill your life with meaning? Will your life have a sense of significance? Again, you don't have to win at the great game of significance. You can just go through the motions in your life and get more and more resigned, but you will at least want to have a sense of meaning. You will want to have a sense of significance with your life. Now, here's a place to start with the 3 great games, and that is, where are you at? Just find out where you're at. Do you have a significant other? If not, are there some moves that you could make to begin to be more likely to get one? Are you happy with your circle of friends and your social influence? Or do you want more friends or deeper friends? These are some of the issues that go with playing the great game of relationship. And then, do you have enough money? Are you financially secure, or are you getting there? Are you spending more than you make? Sure. These are things that we have to look at. And does your life have a sense of significance? Does it matter to yourself and others? Do you feel like your life generally matters, or does it seem to be kind of empty and insignificant? It's not good or bad. Wherever you're at in any of the three great games is just a place. It is just a part of the game board. And if you know where you're at, then you can roll the dice, you can make some moves to get more of what you want, and begin to win more in any or all 3 of the great games of adulthood. So every day you can make moves, and you can make those moves in just one game or in all 3 of the great games of life. There is nothing holding you back. Once you're 18, once the final bell is rung at school and you've graduated, you are free, you are an adult in society, and you can play any or all of the 3 great games of life all out. You can make more friends, or you can fight with the ones you have. Which is a winning move, which is a losing move. You can spend more money than you make, or vice versa. You can begin to live a life from your purpose and passions, or get more resigned. Life just requires that you pay attention to the 3 great games of life. It doesn't mean that you're going to win. It doesn't require you to win. But if you pay attention to these 3 great games, you are more likely to win, more likely to notice when you're not making good moves, so that you can correct them and make better moves to win more. Good luck to you in the 3 great games of life. This is just an introduction, but hopefully it gives you a focus for these 3 important domains of living, so that you can move more and more towards winning, which helps us all out. Thanks very much.